I'm just going to show you a short stretch routine, great for first thing in the morning or last thing at night. So starting with your knees quite wide, just slide your fingers out in front of you. Come into an extended child pose, but a little bit wider with the knees so we can stretch the inner thighs. Wrists off the mat, shoulders rolling away from your ears, and take some nice long smooth breaths, aiming your breath into the lower lobes of the back of your lungs, opening up through the sitting bones. Walk the fingers to side, opening up the rib cage, just giving the whole body a nice side stretch. Good, come on to all fours, mobilize your wrists. So quite often get really tight through the wrists, so give your hands a swirl, and then come through some cat-cows to mobilize the spine, inhaling to lift the tail, exhaling to round, inhaling to lift, exhaling to round. Start to make your exhalations long to either clear the lungs first thing in the morning or to just soothe the mind in the evening. Big circles with the pelvis, sexy cat coming right up into the shoulders, and then bring the knees together and just swish your tail from side to side, relieving tension around the pelvis. Good, maybe taking toes and taking yourself into a downward facing dog. So always straighten the spine first, roll shoulders away from the ears, keep the knees bent, and then start to take the heels down one at a time. So we're opening up into the calf muscles, into the Achilles, into the hamstrings. Great to do this before bed. Taking the head below the heart helps us to extend the exhalation, helps us to drop into that parasympathetic nervous system. So always drop the knees across the midline of the body, get into those hips. Beautiful, I'm going to drop straight down, come into legs apart, opening up these inner thighs, big side stretch. Oh, wonderful for the spine. And then just allow yourself to come forward, pancaking yourself forward, dropping down, taking some wave-like movement, opening up into the back of the legs. Again, calming the mind by taking long exhalations. Scooping up, take yourself into a pigeon, so just bending the knee, rolling forward. This goes right into the hip flexors, great for lower back grottiness. So if this version doesn't work for you, you can just keep the knees bent like that and draw yourself forward. So pigeoning, dropping down, wherever you land. If you've got a bolster, you can just lay over the bolster. Always come up, give myself a little twist, so knee in front, gentle twist. Helps us to corkscrew the spine. And then the other side. Leg in front, sliding over, opening up the hip flexors. You want to have a pretty flat pelvis at the back, so prop your bottom if need be with a blanket or a pillow. Dropping yourself down. Sigh the breath out. And then bringing that other knee forward. Gentle twist. Beautiful. Come down onto the tummy, opening up the quadriceps, the hip flexors a bit more. One hand under the forehead. Roll the shoulder back. Massage the shoulder, dropping it into the back of the socket, grabbing hold of your ankle. Start to press the pubic bone down into the ground so we get this opening through the hip flexors. And do a buzzy bee breath out. So hum the breath out. Hum. As you press the pelvis down into the ground. I like to take the foot from side to side to roll the stretch right over the thigh. Great if you've got lower back grottiness. Let's swap sides. Rolling that shoulder. I want to get it into the bottom of the socket. Grab the ankle. So as you press the pelvis into the ground, we want to extend that exhalation. Wonderful. Let's roll ourselves ourselves onto our backs. Massage the spine, so feet underneath the knees, rolling up, rolling down, rolling up, rolling down, just getting all of the spine to feel that massage. And then, if it's okay, drawing your shoulders underneath the body, hands towards each other, down on the ground or interlacing, and press the knees away from you so you stretch the front line of the body. Nice big deep full breaths here, clearing out the bottom of the lungs. Good. If you're coming into a shoulder stand or a half shoulder pad stand, just move your hands so they're underneath the pelvis, maybe taking the feet one at a time up. If that feels all right, both. Maybe coming into full shoulder stand. So shoulder stand, great for just letting everything release, 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 release. And maybe even stretching those legs overhead. Just be careful of the neck. So only doing this version if you have been doing that for a while before. Otherwise, legs up the wall is a good one as well. Slowly come down. Wonderful. And take yourself into a twist. So arms out to the side. Drop the knees over to one side. Rinse the spine. Sigh the breath out. Other side, splitting the knees. And as you go to the other side, again, just rinsing the spine. And then coming into a baby pose. So grabbing hold of knees, calves, ankles, maybe the inside of the feet. The main thing is we want to keep the shoulders on the ground, not lifting the head. And opening up the inner thighs, massaging into the spine. Let the upper body just melt. Wriggle the jaw. Long exhalations. And let the belly be nice and relaxed. Settling here. And maybe even pushing out through the heels just to get that nice lengthening hamstring stretch again. Beautiful. Give yourself a little tap. Now, I always add a rock and roll up the spine and a few rounds of Nadi sodona. So Nadi sodona is just alternative nostril breathing. You can do this lying down as well, but I'll show you sitting up. So we just block off one nostril, close the eyes, let the jaw be nice and relaxed, chin is in, breathing up through the other nostril, right nostril, blocking off the right nostril, breathing out through the left. Breathing in through the left and out through the right. And you want to feel the breath going into that third eye point, almost like a wishing bone, going up one side and then out the other side. So this helps to balance both hemispheres of the brain. Start to focus on increasing the exhalation if it's the evening, and the inhalation if it's the morning. So doing Nadi sodona for a few minutes, maybe 10 rounds of this, and then just spending a minute or two absorbing that practice. Enjoying a nice settled mind.